Before I start this review off, I do want to real quick give my thoughts and my sympathies and my prayers to Jim Bordeaux's entire family and friends. And, since I did hear about Jim Bordeaux earlier last week when he passed away suddenly on Black Friday. If anyone doesn't know, Jim is also known by his YouTube channel name Detroit Lions on the Prowl. So, it sucks losing one of the top vid makers on this platform. Suddenly, I'm not 100% sure what it was that he passed away from. I don't really want to know because that's really none of my business. So I'm not really going to go there. But yeah, I do feel for his wife and his kids. You never want to lose a family member at any point. Especially with Christmas just around the corner in the holiday season. Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever the hell you celebrate, you name it. Point is, you don't want to lose anyone during the holiday season with the holidays just around the corner. And, losing, him passing away on Black Friday, fuck, that's brutal and sad, man. I have experience, in the past, I can relate to what their family is going through. I did lose my dad 6 years ago. I mentioned it a number of times. I did lose my dad 6 years ago to a heart attack. And my dad's passing, it came a week after my 17th birthday. So yeah, that just really sucked. And, I just, really after that passing, I really took it the hardest after that passing. Because when my dad passed, about the last month my dad was alive, me and my dad really butted heads, and we really weren't getting along, really weren't seeing eye to eye. There was a lot of things I said to him, and he said to me that I think we both wish we could have took back. And really now, I really won't get the chance. Until I really won't get the chance really to make amends with my father. Until maybe when I pass and I see him in heaven. But, yeah, still, just very sad and brutal. So, yeah, rest in peace to Jim. Thoughts and prayers with his family and friends. I did donate to his GoFundMe, for the funeral, everything. I mean, with the holidays just around the corner, try and help his family out the best you can, if you can. But yeah, anyway, just real quick, I thought I'd give my quick thoughts on there. And Jim Bordeaux, Detroit Lions on the Prowl, he was actually one of the few Lions YouTubers, vid makers I actually respected the hell a lot of. I mean, he really worked his ass off in his videos, and he was very passionate about what he did. Not going to be the same without him, but we're going to keep continuing to do videos here. We'll continue to step our game up. Do it for Jim, I guess. But yeah, still won't be the same without him, but as the old saying is, the show must go on. So yeah, this one's for you, Jim. But yeah, so yeah, after all that, I think it's time now we talk about the game this week, because despite everything that happened with the fan base having a tragedy, we still have a game on our hands this Sunday. As this Sunday we got another NFC North showdown, with the Lions playing host to the Minnesota Vikings. So, of course, really for this game, the current point spread has the Vikings favored in this game by 7 points. Of course, Minnesota leads the all-time head-to-head series 79-39-2, and Minnesota has won the last 8 meetings against the Lions, including the meeting in Week 5 earlier this year, when the Lions got the lead with 30 seconds left, and then Minnesota was able to quickly get in field goal range and kick the game-winning field goal, which that was just brutal. That was just a brutal loss. Fuck. So, of course, this year the Vikings are 2-4 on the road this year. Detroit is 0-5 at home this year. So, yeah, for the Vikings key players and their coaching staff, I went over it in their Week 5, in the Week 5 preview, back in Week 5, so you want to know those. Just go back to the Week 5 preview and check that out. The one difference is that the Vikings did bring back Everson Griffin, so Griffin's back in the fold for the Vikings. So we're just going to go ahead and jump right into the Vikings injury report. So the injury report has a few players on this list. So, for the Vikings, Dalvin Cook is questionable for this game with a shoulder injury. Daniel Hunter is also still on the IR with a pectoral injury. Everson Griffin, even though he came back, he is on the NFL reserve list for personal reasons. Dalvin Tomlinson is also questionable for this game after he tested positive for the plague, or the Black Plague as I like to call it. Then you got Janoris Robinson, who's still on the IR with a lower body injury. And then you also have Anthony Barr, who's still questionable for this game with a hamstring injury. And then Patrick Peterson is also questionable for this game after he also tested positive for the Black Plague. No, this game is not an injury bowl. The Vikings injury report is not deep enough for me to consider this game an injury bowl. It would have to be a lot deeper than that. So yeah, overall for the Vikings offense this year, the Vikings offense is a top 10 unit this year, oddly enough. They're a top 10 unit. They're 8th in the passing game, so they're top 10 in the passing off game, and they're 15th in the running game, in the running game. So running game's mid-pack, passing game's top 10. Kirk Cousins has actually been having a pretty underrated season. Despite, don't let that record fool you. I think the Vikings are a lot better than that record may suggest. They've just blown a lot of key games. The Vikings defense, it's the 3rd worst defense in the league, ranked 30th. They're 22nd against the pass, and they're 30th against the run. So they're the 3rd worst defense against the run, and they're the 3rd worst defense in the league. So this defense has issues stopping the run. So I think for the Lions this week, I would say for the Lions, their best bet is to run the ball and just keep running it, like they've done well with the last few weeks. But there's one kind of tiny problem with that. DeAndre Swift is questionable for this game with a shoulder injury, and they say he's more likely not likely to. He's more than likely not going to be eligible to play this Sunday. Fuck, man. Swift was the last player I want to see injured. That was the last player. And that really kills all Swift's momentum the last few weeks, because DeAndre Swift's been playing his best football the last 3 weeks. And now all that momentum Swift has, it's now been thrown out the window. God damn it. So for the Lions, I guess they're going to have to count on guys like Jamar Jefferson and Jamal Williams to step up to the plate. All I say is, hey, next man up. But yeah, I think the Lions' best bet against the Vikings is if this is a low-scoring game. But I feel like the Vikings, have gone a lot better than they were in week fucking 5. And I think this is going to be a pretty ugly game. I think the Vikings are more than likely going to win this game. Detroit more than likely going to continue to tank. Like, the Vikings have had Detroit's numbers since 2017. And I really do not see that changing anytime soon. I think that's going to just be another loss for the Lions as the tank for Kayvon continues on. Or is it now the tank for Aiden Hutchinson after the Michigan-Ohio State game? But hey, at least Michigan beat Ohio State, so there's something there. But yeah, this Sunday, I'm going to say the Vikings win this game probably I'm going to say Vikings plus the points, so I think Vikings cover that spread. And I think Minnesota now wins 9 straight against Detroit after this Sunday. Just embrace the suck. Embrace the suck as the tank for either Kayvon or Aiden Hutchinson rolls on. Whoever Brad Holmes prefers, or Dan Campbell prefers, I guess. So yeah, just gonna be one of those Sundays, man. Just fuck. But hey, at least this weekend, we have the Big Ten title game between Michigan and Iowa. And Michigan could go to the national championship playoffs on New Year's Eve. So, at least we have that. So that's something. And also, this weekend is the NASCAR Awards Banquet in Nashville. And this man's going to be making his champion speech at Nashville, so I at least have that too. But yeah, still going to be a really tough Sunday here. Sadly, I don't see the Lions winning one for Detroit Lions on the Prowl. I don't see that happening. At least not this week. Unless the Vikings really feel the pressure to the Lions. But I feel like the Vikings have the Lions' number, and I don't see that changing. See you all later. Peace, and rest in peace, Jim.